the boundless glory of heaven, an unprecedented challenge arose. Satan, a once magnificent being filled with pride, looked upon the celestial realms and became consumed by ambition. His desire to exalt himself above even the highest God. You said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the Mount of Assembly, on the utmost heights of Mount Zaphon. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. Isaiah 14 verses 13 to 14. Blinded by arrogance, he believed that he could rule alongside the Creator himself, that he could claim a place of supreme authority. Satan made his move, entering the holy realms and confronting Michael the Archangel, a chief protector of God's throne and leader of the heavenly hosts. Michael, who stood loyal and powerful, faced Satan with unwavering resolve. As the tempter demanded his right to a place in the kingdom, the entire heavenly court looked on in silence. But Satan's claim was hollow before the radiant throne of God. In that moment, he was humbled and, for all his boldness, silenced, but he gives more grace. Therefore, it says, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. James 4 verses 6 to 7. His place in the divine order was clear, and in defiance, Satan and his followers were cast from the kingdom. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. The dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. Revelation 12 verses 7 to 9. Enraged and humiliated, Satan's heart was filled with fury. He gathered his angels and prepared to wage war against Michael and the heavenly host. A clash began, with Michael and the armies of light standing against Satan and his legions, a vivid testament to the triumph of good over evil. The heavens resounded as Michael's forces overpowered the darkness. Satan's attempt to seize heaven was utterly crushed, but Michael the Archangel, when he disputed with the devil and argued about the body of Moses, did not dare pronounce against him a railing judgment, but said, "The Lord rebuke you." Jude 1 verse 9. Banished from the divine realm, Satan's wrath turned toward the earth. This, he decided, would be his new battleground. He saw humanity as an opportunity to defy God further and vowed to turn as many as he could against their Creator. The enemy of souls unleashed deception upon humanity. Through lies, temptations, and violence, he aimed to dismantle everything God cherished. But just as he attempted to lead countless astray, the prophecy from Genesis 3 verse 15 echoed throughout the ages. The seed of the woman would bruise the serpent's head. God's promise of redemption for humanity remained firm. In time, the Son of God, Jesus Christ, entered the world. Living among people, healing the broken, and teaching with authority, Jesus showed a way of truth and love that Satan could not corrupt. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life, and have it to the full. John 10 verse 10. The ultimate moment came when Jesus laid down his life on the cross, defeating death and breaking Satan's power over humanity, and having disarmed the powers and authorities, he made a public spectacle of them, triumphing over them by the cross. Colossians 2 verse 15. Satan's plans crumbled as Christ rose, victorious, with all authority over heaven and earth. In a final confrontation, Jesus confronted Satan, defeating him with divine authority. Bound and defeated, Satan was cast into the abyss, silenced and locked away, no longer able to torment the people of God. And I saw an angel coming down out of heaven, having the key to the abyss and holding in his hand a great chain. He seized the dragon, that ancient serpent, who is the devil, or Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. He threw him into the abyss, and locked and sealed it over him, to keep him from deceiving the nations anymore until the 1,000 years were ended. After that, he must be set free for a short time. Revelation 20 verses 1 to 3. Through Jesus, the promise of eternal peace was fulfilled. Michael, the defender of God's people, and Jesus, the Redeemer, left a legacy of resilience and divine protection for all who would believe. Though Satan's power once seemed formidable, his fate was sealed by the hand of God. Jesus promised his followers the power to resist and overcome Satan, clothed in the armor of faith, truth, and salvation. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you have done everything, to stand. Stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. And pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. Ephesians 6 verses 10 to 18. This story reminds believers of the strength of God's love and the power of humility, faith, and obedience. It serves as an eternal symbol of God's victory over darkness, his faithfulness to his people, and his promise of a future where the forces of evil are defeated once and for all.